about tomorrow and what we're expecting to have. We can talk about that on Sunday. But anyway, I don't want to take up any more time. If you have your booklet, your brochure, turn to the very back page. It's where our song is, and we'll be singing it together all the way through. I do not have the words up on the PowerPoint, so you will need these tonight. You will need these. If you don't have one, Mr. John's walking around with some right now. I'll wait till they get mostly passed out. Anyone need them up here? All right, this will be the only song we sing tonight, and so if you have your booklet, stand with me as we begin and sing all verses. You've got the first verse, then the chorus, then the second verse. You go back, sing the chorus, and then go back down to the third verse, sing the chorus one more time.
I was going to bring Maverick up here so you'd all smile at me because I was holding the baby. Some of you have not smiled at me today. So, now, good to see you tonight. The testimony this week, the attendance has been amazing, and I appreciate. I know you guys, you go hard, and you have been faithful, and there is no doubt we have been blessed. I mean, we have heard from God through His Word this week, and I praise Him for it. That's exactly what we asked the Lord to do, and He has done it. So tonight, listen, everybody, please take one of these booklets with you through the round robin, because this will be a chance for you to write down prayer requests, be able to get some information about the different missionaries, and take it home with you. Because that, again, that is a long-term goal, is that you would know them, that you would love them so much that you would get on your knees and pray for them. That's the goal here. So, what kind of questions, Pastor? Well, I want you to go into the round robin armed with questions. It can be silly questions. You know, what's the craziest thing that you have eaten, the grossest thing that you have eaten in your country? Or it could be, you could ask theological questions. You know, Brother Adam would love it if you would ask him, did Adam have a belly button? Ask him. I would dare you to ask Brother Mercer, did Christ only die for the elect? You better come ready. I have read an awesome booklet that he wrote about Calvinism. And so again, ask theological questions. Ask family-type questions. Get to know your missionaries. There you go. Absolutely. Very good. So I am not going to keep you any longer. I'm going to split you up into 3 different groups, and you will rotate clockwise tonight. So the first group, you will stay in here. And then when the bell sounds, it'll sound at 15 minutes, and that'll tell the speaker he's got 5 more minutes, and then he's got to land the plane. All right? When he dismisses you from up here, you'll go downstairs, and there's all kinds of junk food in the downstairs hallway. Help yourself to that. Parents, will leave it up to you whether you want your kids to have soda at 7:10 at night. That's up to you. All right, so there's all kinds of junk food downstairs. Go ahead and grab you some snacks. Take it into your next class with you, okay? So you'll go from the auditorium to the Good News class, from the Good News class upstairs to the 1031 classroom across from my office. 1031 class, you'll come in here. Clear as mud? All right, great. Yes, we're going to come back in here just to dismiss. I want to get some insight, what you heard, specific prayer request, because I want to write it down as well. Okay, so you'll hear a bell at 5 minutes till. When you hear the second bell, land the plane or something will probably blow up. Okay, so land the plane. Yes. Yes, please, this is a favor I'm asking. No snacks in here. Okay? The Lord has given us a beautiful auditorium, and we want to keep it beautiful, and we want to take good care of what the Lord has given us. So enjoy snacks everywhere else, but just when it comes for your session in here, maybe just leave them out here on the table, and you can get them afterwards. All right? All right. How many people, Emma? 55. Okay. I'm going to split you up, and the first group I split up, you're going to go with Missions Committee. Where are you? Miss Sandra. Yes. I'm going to get you to take the first group to the 1031 classroom, please. All right? So the first group will go 1031 classroom with Sandra. The second group will be downstairs in the Good News class. Somebody else from my missions committee, Miss Sylvia. Miss Sylvia, if you will take your group to the Good News class. Okay? And then everyone is with Miss Jean. You're going to stay in here. Sound good? room, and I will crowd control Pastor Jacob, all the children. We'll stay over here. All right? That's right. Get straight now. Yes. Top it. All right, guys, everybody back up here, same place you were. There you go, right here. You guys listen now. I want you to listen in for one truth. I want you to listen for one prayer request. I want you guys to hear from Mr. Mercer and Miss Mercer, okay?
We've got 20 minutes, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to show you the pictures, and then from there, hopefully generate some questions. All right, so we are the Mercers, Alan and Marion Mercer. We are from South Africa, and we are ministering to the country of South Africa.
Words earlier.
We did.
It is.
We did. Okay, so I need to go the other direction now. All right. If you think about South Africa, which part of Africa would you think it's in? Yes. In the South. South Africa. And South is right at the bottom, right? Okay, so that's where you are. You see the green map of Africa there? And at the bottom you've got the orange country. That's the country of South Africa. And that's our flag. And now we're going the other way. Alright, there we go. Now in South Africa we've got 4 different race groups. We've got black people. There's an example of some black people in South Africa. We've got white people. Here we have an example, a good example of white South Africans. And then we have Indian people, people from India. And also we have what we call colored people. Now colored people in South Africa are neither black nor white. They're a mixture of black and white people over the years. And they're a distinct race group. And there's about 4 or 5 million colored people in South Africa. They're mixed in all of our cities and our churches, and they're lovely people. All right, South Africa is a beautiful country. Many people think of Africa, they just think of bush and animals and wild and backwards. Well, we have that, but it's also at the same time a very modern country, which Gene will be able to tell you, and the pastor will be able to tell you, and others who've been there will tell you. These are some of our biggest cities. Johannesburg is the biggest city in South Africa, and then Cape Town is on the very southernmost tip of Africa. You go right to the bottom of Africa, you can't go any further south, and that city of Cape Town is right there. Very, very beautiful city. Okay, on the other side, South Africa is still quite primitive, and you'll still find some people riding donkeys, pulling carts, and living in areas just like that. We have a lot of wild animals in South Africa, but they're all in game reserves. So if you want to see them, you have to go into the game reserve, stay in your car, otherwise someone will eat you up. Alright? Okay, this is the first church that we started back in 1980. It's the Croydon Baptist Church. And this is just the pictures of some of the services, different services that we had at the church. The family at the bottom left-hand side of your picture, the Eelmans, Ashley Eelman, that's the first man I ever led to the Lord. And the first couple that I ever married. And they were faithful members of that church, still are tonight. And in fact, Ashley Eelman is in the ministry tonight. He is heading up Voice of the Martyrs in South Africa. And it's always lovely to have that happen. From there, the Lord moved us to work with the Zulu tribe. And so we moved into the area known as KwaZulu-Natal in the mountains of South Africa, and we started a church. We named it the Mafabatini Baptist Church. The man in that picture there with his family is Brother Elton Dubazani, top left-hand side is that when he was still a younger man in his family, and we started training him. We built them a nice church building. In fact, the church, with the money we got from churches here in America, we were able to put up that church building. You can just see the inside, but there we have a baptistry, nice podium, nice chairs, and all the rest of it. Brother Dubazani, before we move from him, let's go back. You can see the picture of him on the right-hand side. I went back to that church maybe 5-6 years ago. Sadly, to find that the church is not in existence anymore. Brother Dubazani is blind as a bat. He's an old man, not able to preach anymore, and there was just no one to replace him. The young people had all been scared off by the Zulu chief, and the old people had died off, and so there was no service. They do try and have a service every now and again, the best they possibly can do, but the church really is not in existence anymore. All right, from there we moved up to Hazyview, where the pastor spoke to this particular church, spoke to a group of pastors, local pastors, and thoroughly enjoyed that meeting. The pastor there is Brother John Tucker, that's him and his wife, and you can circulate a picture. John, his family were farmers in the area, and we hooked up with them and started this church. This is just some pictures of different people, different services in the Hazyview Baptist Church, multiracial church. The Hazyview Baptist Church was multiracial. The Mafakatini Baptist Church was purely Zulu. The Hazyview Church, once again, is a multiracial church. In that church, this man, the Sam Malisa and his wife Mumsy, were members, and they felt the need to start a church in their village, which is about 20-30 minutes down the road. And so we trained with the Sam, and we went and started a church in that village. Bottom left-hand side is a picture of what used to be his house. When we met them, that's what they lived in. Just a shanty, really. Holes in the wall, holes in the roof. And I remember Bible studies on a Wednesday night when it would rain, and the water would just pour in. And that's how these poor people used to have to live. We built a lean-to on the side of his house, and that's where we started our services. We outgrew that, and then again, with the help of churches just like yourselves, we were able to put up that building there, the bottom right-hand side of the picture. It may not look like much to you, but folks, that's a mansion for these people in that particular area. Did we go there, Pastor? I don't think we had time to go inside. Okay. Well, that's the Kushu Baptist Church with the Shandon tribe, no longer the Zulus. You can just see a picture there of, these are just different meetings, different services, from the children's groups, again, all Makusha. All right, from there, the Lord moved us into the city of Nelspruit. The pastor was there. In fact, he spoke on I think it was a Wednesday night at Bible study, and what a blessing that was to our people. Matt and Deborah Stratton, they were there when you were there, right? Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay, they were pastoring the church. They pastored that church for 5 years, and then he felt called back to England, where he came from originally. She's South African, and so they took the kids, went back to England, and we had to go back from here to take the church from them, which we've been doing for the last 4 years or so. But that's the Gethsemane Independent Baptist Church. These are just some of the different people in the church. Okay, here's the Calvary Baptist Church. This is one of the village churches which we didn't start. It was started by friends of ours, but they retired, and then we went in there to help them. After they retired, our pastor seminars we used to have at this particular church. Brother Stenlisa and his wife Tennessee, he's the pastor there. She has now passed away. She got very sick and went on to be with the Lord. Bitten by a snake one night. I think I never told you that. No, their house also was just a shanty. Holes in the wall, holes in the roof. And she was laying asleep in bed one night, and lying asleep with her hand off the bed. And a spitty cobra came through one of the holes into the shanty and bit her. Rushed off to the hospital, was in there for 2 weeks, but she did survive that. She had serious heart problems and passed away about a year ago. We were just over that. Right, that's the Calvary Baptist Church, Stenliso, and MBC. Okay. Next one. So the back was one, see the words. There we go. All right, from the shanty, again with the help of churches just like this, we were able to put up that nice house for Stemisa and Tennessee. No more snakes coming in. A lovely house, and they really appreciate that. All right, at that particular church, we had several services. We've had 3 pastors and churches come over, your pastor being one of them. Others came with bigger groups, and so we had special meetings, and these are just some of the special meetings that we had with the different pastors and their churches as they came around. Calvary Baptist Church, different revival meetings we had. Again, same church, different meetings. This is not actually the Calvary Baptist Church, this is the Huntington Baptist Church. The name is wrong on top there. As you can see, I've got a stretcher bed there. And I usually go from our house to this particular village, about an hour and a half away. I stay over, there's no motels, and most of them live in huts. And so we take my own bed, put it up in the back of the church, sleep there at night, and minister during the day to them that way. That's Orlando Corsa. He's the pastor of that church. That's him and his family, just lovely, lovely people. And a quick story about him. He was saved under the ministry of our friends who retired at a good youth club, just a little boy. And then he disappeared for many, many years. And one day he surfaced. He started coming to our pastor's seminars. He came up to me afterwards and he said, he introduced himself. He said, Pastor, I'm pastoring a church down the road. But I don't know if I'm even teaching what's in the Bible. I don't know if what I'm teaching is even biblical. Would you please come and train me? And so we agreed to do that and spent several years training him, and he is the pastor of that church tonight, Huntington Baptist Church. These are some of the young men that attend our pastor seminars, and several of those were present today that you preached there at the Hazelview Church. Again, just some of these services. Well, again, this is how he started. You see the shack there in the top right hand of the picture. That's where they were having services. Again, just holes in the wall, holes in the roof. But again, with the help of churches just like yours, we were able to put up a nice building for this church. And again, this is just some of the pictures of different people in that church. These are some of the men that are coming to the pastor seminars. We've had 3 men now qualified from Bible College, not our seminars, from Bible College in South Africa, and we've got 5 currently that are studying full-time for the ministry. Again, these are the men as they come to our pastor seminars. They just love to study the Word of God, and we have some wonderful times here. All right, it's a special occasion here for me. I had my heart attack in February last year. I was not allowed to drive, I was not allowed to go out. And so these men, they all come to the seminars. They got together in the village an hour and a half away. They don't own a car between them, so they borrowed a car. They pooled their bit of money that they had to buy petrol, and they drove all the way to come and visit. And what a wonderful day of fellowship we had with them. And that was a very special day for me, as far as that goes. Right, there's again some of the guys studying at the seminars. As I said, 3 men in the ministry, 5 more at Bible College. And again, we just say thank you so much to you as a church for standing with us down through the years. All right, so we've been planting churches now for 40 years. 33 with support from American churches. We've started 6 churches. 1 doesn't exist anymore, as I explained to you. We'll take questions. Any questions? No difficult ones like the pastor said. Okay.